Oh, last one. Okay. Yes, so this next piece is Sonata number 6 by Alexander Scriabin. It's been my big hill to climb piece for this year. A little bit about Scriabin because he is very interesting. He's Russian, born a year before Rachmaninoff, and he and Rachmaninoff have in common the bigness, the density, lots of notes on the page. Rachmaninoff is more pretty, frankly, and Scriabin and his later stuff just went very strange, which I love, obviously, because I love weird stuff. But he had synesthesia, which is an entanglement of senses. For a composer, this is commonly musical pitch with color. So he would hear different colors associated with different notes. I think he had like keys too, so it was like C major was red and D major was stuff like that. In his early period, he was very influenced by Chopin, wrote a lot of regular sounding music in the same genre as waltzes, preludes, mazurkas, etudes, that sort of thing. And they were tonal, they're late romantic, like 1880s, 1890s. It's a little Tchaikovsky-ish, mixed with Chopin. And then as he went along, he got more and more out there, leaving behind tonality. And at the end of his life, he left unfinished a piece called Mysterium, which was going to be for a massive orchestra and choir, and it was going to be performed in a specially built cathedral in the foothills of the Himalayas, and it was going to have a bunch of like smoke and lights and incense also, so you can see how he's associating the senses with the synesthesia there. And it would be part of a week-long performance festival, and it would bring about the end of the world, apparently. So he's pretty fringe, but he did get married, so he can't have been that weird, like as a person. I don't know how that works. Or maybe his wife was super into like tarot card readings, and they were. Also, he had a great mustache. Google him later. It's just great. But he wrote 10 sonatas, and the first 4 are like I said in this early period, a little more Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff-y, and then he started to develop his own language, a lot of octatonic scales, some other things. And I'm not going to go into a full analysis, but I do feel compelled to give you something to grab onto as you listen to this, because otherwise it will just be insane. So this scale that I mentioned is octatonic. It's got 8 notes. Alternating half and whole steps, and almost all of the harmonic and melodic material can be taken from there. There is one. He also has 3 descending half steps, and because you don't have 2 half steps in a row in the octatonic, so that motive is outside of the tonality of the rest of the piece, and you'll hear that right away in the inner voices in the opening. That there's 2 they kind of ride around, I feel like, and then the main theme is. That's as uniting the 2. We have octatonic going on, and then the chromatic down. So, those are the 2. Instead of like in the Mozart sonata, you would have the 1 chord and the 5 chord. Since there's no actual like major minor keys, I think of those 2 as like the 2 forces at work. But this sonata in particular, his later 6 through 10 are all, or 5 through 10, they're all kind of odd sounding, but the number 6 in particular is especially creepy. He wouldn't play in public. He just refused because it maybe scared him a little, but when he played a little bit for friends, he would play a few measures and then shudder from the party. That's what friends would relay, they wrote later. Or the other thing they said is he would be playing and he would be looking around as though there were ghostly forms or miasma rising up out of the ground as he played that he conjured. So I heard this and I was like, oh yeah, this is so what else did I want to say about this? It's one continuous movement, so it'll just go until it stops. Oh, I was not set up. I did not quite get it memorized because it's so ridiculous, so we are going to do this. And this also gives me a chance to show off my Christmas present for myself, which is not bad. It has been great. I got it at the start of the semester at Christmas, and can't recommend it enough. If you have a lot of music, or if you're getting lots of music frequently, it's great. Apple did not pay me to say that. I just like that. All right. Since this is my last piece, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks to my parents for driving 5.5 hours from Wisconsin to be here. Thanks to Dr. Biscoli for teaching me things. Thanks to some friends that came in from out of town. Even in COVID, I appreciate it. Thanks to viewers online. And